Another great morning, Andy. It was beautiful going to work. Wish I had a convertible. Lawn's going crazy. Had music going. Like Santana this morning. We had Santana's first two albums. Remember in high school? Came out on quadraphonic. And we had Dave Armstrong's kid in Steve Gleason's car in the Capri. Steve had it going like this, in the quadraphonic. And Rick Armstrong, that was Dave's brother, threw up in Steve's back seat and forever earned a nickname, Puke Armstrong, through high school. It is Monday morning, June 12th. Yesterday was Father's Day. Andy, what'd you do? Nothing. Me neither. There were barbecues, things for Dad. So salute to all the dads out there. A belated Happy Father's Day the next day. Andy, speaking of barbecues, you knew I was going there, but did you see the air over last week over Boston and New York State, even as far west as Cleveland and Detroit and down even into North Carolina and Virginia? Wildfires in Canada turned the skies over the northeast red. Horrible, horrible skies. You couldn't even see on the news. They were like in the background there was supposed to be the Capitol building or Washington Monument. Couldn't even see it, Annie. Man, it reminds me, it looked like it actually looked in the, people now, the 2023, you don't know what it looked like in the 70s and 80s in New York and Detroit and LA and Chicago, where you had that red haze. You could taste the air. It was palatable. I could taste the air, drink it, wash down with some coffee. I remember when I moved from Detroit and I moved to Missoula, as we've talked, and it was the 70s, and Missoula was known for mills and, you had Champion, Intermountain, Horner, Waldorf, a couple other that I'm probably missing. I remember in Missoula in the winter time, it would snow at night, and in the morning you'd come out and there'd be like a red film over the snow. Rivers were catching on fire in Ohio in the 70s. Society today, they have no clue what the problems that we had with pollution and just the lifestyle. Do you remember smoking, for instance? I mean, smoking. Smoking was allowed freaking everywhere. The zoo, the bus, the doctor's office. The doctors were like, 9 out of 10 doctors recommend smoking Camels. Are you sure about that? Having a couple drinks before surgery to steady their nerves. I mean, geez, it just some of you remember when there was still smoking in the bars, but there used to be smoking everywhere. I mean, cars came with ashtrays. Your grandma's house came with ashtrays. And don't even get me started, Andy, don't go there. Don't even get me started on drugs. Concerts. Yeah, concerts. Remember concerts. You used to go to concerts in Missoula at the Harry Adams Fieldhouse, and the lights would go down and up and down. They'd have usually two bands, like when the Doobie Brothers were there during their Once Were Vices Are Now Habits tour. REO Speedwagon was there doing the Riding the Storm Out tour. Right, yeah. Which one headline? Doobies were the headline. REO was, but between concerts, you know, between bands, say the lights would come up, everybody'd be like throwing beach balls and throwing frisbees, so there'd be so much smoke. Just thick pot smoke everywhere. Bars, go to the Top Hat, you see John Lee Hooker, everybody smoking. You know, it was the 80s, 70s. Cocaine was good for you. Well, it wasn't good for you, but the doctors were like, there's nothing here, no problems here. Again, it's like, are you guys sure? You were kind of wrong about cigarettes, but are you sure? Everybody was doing it. Celebrities, athletes, lawyers, people on TV, your neighbors, your kids, your parents, their parents. Shit. My parents would search my room. They'd be high for days. Yeah, they would, Andy. It's a whole era of bygone. I mean, the cocaine 80s were just, and doctors were telling us, it's okay, no problem. Are you sure about this? You know, you're doing massive amounts, staying up all night. Hating the sunrise. Love the sunrise now. Before I didn't like it so much. It just reminded me that I'm looking tomorrow. I'm looking at tomorrow's news. It's just a bygone era, and the coke was crazy. It's nuts. Doctors smoking. Pollution. How did we get on this? Pollution in New York because New York looked like it did in the 70s. I have family there. I know how it looked in the 70s. It's dirty. Okay. Tomorrow, Tuesday, tomorrow morning, for the second time in the last 2 months, I had one in April, May, June, 2 months, former President Donald Trump will be arraigned on criminal charges. This time, it is connection with the his alleged mishandling of top secret documents. Andy, what about our top secret documents? You're shitting. Holy shit, they are. Former President Donald Trump allegedly mishandled top secret documents. If you remember, Trump was previously arraigned in April after he was indicted for 34 counts. 34 counts of falsifying business records by Manhattan prosecutors. And he's awaiting trial on that indictment. Should begin sometime next year. That's what I'm seeing. All right. Now, the latest with Trump on Friday, all this came out Friday. He's going to court tomorrow. Had Father's Day off, no shenanigans. The latest he's been indicted on 37 counts, including 31 counts of violation of the Espionage Act. Now, just because, excuse me, I know there is no excuse for my behavior. The Espionage Act, now you got to remember, it doesn't mean he's spying. It's a very broad topic. It's broad Charges fall under the Espionage Act. Thank you, Andy. What it is comes from is it's part of the special investigation by Counsel Jack Smith, which is like the Godfather killer, right? Okay. Is an investigation of Trump's handling of classified documents when and after he left the White House. Okay. As I said, the 49-page indictment was released on Friday. No TGIF, it's Friday for Donnie there. The Department of Justice details accusations that Trump stored boxes. You seen the picture? Boxes upon boxes upon freaking boxes. Who would need, on the next episode of Hoarders, former President Donald Trump hoards top secret documents at Mar-a-Lago. Complaining boxes and boxes of classified documents in various locations in Mar-a-Lago. That's his personal estate in Florida, in case you don't know. Some of the pictures, Andy, did you see some of it? With the filing, we got to see some pictures, okay? There's a couple that are just almost, it's like, say what? Say what? The ballroom. He's got a big ballroom. Well, the stage, there's like what? 6, 7 boxes piled high on the stage of this ballroom. Just kind of, not in the back of the stage, but like right out there. I shit you not. In his bedroom, in the storage area off the breakfast, let's have some brunch and go over top secret documents. Did you see the pictures of the bathroom? It's got a picture, you're looking in the door of the bathroom, and there's the sink, then the toilet, and then the shower in this, and then the wall. And so you could, the toilet is open. The shower area is full of boxes, and then there's boxes along the wall, and some boxes stacked on the sink, but the only thing available is the toilet. Right. Yeah, you got to have something to read when you're in the toilet in Mar-a-Lago, no doubt. According to the indictment that was handed down, he had top secret and other classified documents. Records were detailed on foreign nations, their nuclear capacities, as well as their defenses and weapon capacities. He had documents of other foreign countries and of the United States. He had details of our United States nuclear programs, potential vulnerabilities to the United States, and plans for the United States response and retaliation if we were attacked. Okay, he had all of that. Okay, it was just the volume of stuff. I mean, like I was saying, Andy, there was a boatload. There was a box load of classified. There's a box load of photos that they took. You've seen some of them laying on the floor, this and that. I just told you about the bathroom, but there's this one I forgot to tell you. There was like a stack of boxes that had like fallen over. And visible in the photo that they took were like documents and manila folders had fallen out of this box. And it's marked that it's top secret, only to be viewed by our closest allies. Mentioned Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia. It just was laying out. Everything was just laying out all over the place. It's just he's been charged with willful. Okay, and I said, what's he been charged with? He's been charged with willful retention of national defense information. He's also been charged with conspiracy to obstruct justice, the withholding of documents and or records, and corruptly concealing a document in a federal investigation. What? I missed one? Oh yeah, lies. He's making false statements to investigations, so he's lying. In a brief televised statement released also on Friday, Counsel Smith urged the public to read the indictment. Just read it in order to understand the gravity of the crimes and charges. Andy, we've had the pleasure, me and Andy have had the pleasure of reading all 47 pages, 49 pages. The title page isn't a page. You can just breeze through that. All right, Andy says the title. I will roll back and read the title. I think that what I was seeing, too, was that there was statements between, what is it, Evan Corcoran? He's a lawyer. The statements that came out by that was particularly eyebrow-raising over brunch again. I mean, he said quotes. Donald Trump, I don't want anybody looking. I don't want anybody looking through my boxes. I really don't. Next quote. I don't want you, meaning the lawyer, looking through my boxes. I don't want anybody looking through my boxes. No looking through the boxy. Quote, what happens if we don't respond at all? Or we just don't play ball with them. Them, meaning the federal government, federal prosecutors. Another quote. Wouldn't it be better if we just told them we don't have anything here? We don't got anything here, Andy. Wait a minute. Oh, bull crap. There's no documents in that drawer. Holy shit. What the hell do we have that for? Surely we jest. I don't jest, and my name is not Shirley. Another quote by former President Donald Trump. Well, look, isn't it better if there just are no documents? There are no documents. I wonder where they went. Maybe Satan took them. I've read the indictment. I urge you, before you jump online and jump on social media and start telling everybody what's going on, read it. Read it. Doesn't take long. On Saturday, former President Donald Trump made his first campaign stop, public appearance, since the indictment released on Friday. He's blaming the indictment and calling it ridiculous, baseless. He's a victim. It's a political stunt. He hasn't done anything wrong. He declassified. And it's not only, he says, attack on him, but it's also an attack on Trump supporters. Well, if you have classified documents stocked in your bathroom for reading material, then yeah, they'd come for you. Also, in that same public appearance, he asked for campaign money and money for legal help to fight the pending indictment, and asked for his supporters for money. I shit you not. Money. Film at 11. Don't forget, the arraignment will be tomorrow morning, Tuesday. Tomorrow, Andy. Feels like it should be some kind of holiday today, is it? You should look that up for me. See what's going on today. Saturday, also. Saturday, big weekend in the news, I guess. Or Saturday, Ted Kaczynski died at 81. He was in a federal prison in Butner, North Carolina. I don't know if that's just a security facility for older people or medical, but he was died. If you remember, Ted Kaczynski was he was a Harvard scholar, Harvard grad, mathematician, very, very intelligent man who retired to an old dingy cabin up in Lincoln, Montana, just over Rogers Pass from Great Falls here, on the way to Missoula. He embarked on a 17-year, and he blew the shit out of things, didn't he? He was like campaign against corporate America and campaign against all of that, okay? In 17 years, he bombed countless places. He killed 3, injured 23, is that right? Killed 3? Okay. Injured 23. His brother, he published a manifesto in a paper. His brother saw it, said, hey, I recognize that. Turned him in. His manifesto, basically explained how, as man and humans as a species, that our technology is far outpacing our ability to adapt to it. In other words, when we hear a sonic boom, sometimes we have that knee-jerk reaction to, holy, what was that? And that's like our ancestors reacting. That's when technology is so quick that we're not even used to it yet. Okay? That's kind of what his manifesto was. I remember when the whole thing went down, we were all working at an agency here in town, and we decided we were going to make Ted Kaczynski paperweights and send them through the mail. It didn't work out well, Andy, at all. It did not work well. We ended up having the federal people showing up at the couple houses saying, we'd like to get some information on your product. It's like, how the hell did you find out about our product? So, Yeah, the feds are always, yeah, Big Brother. No shit, Andy. Big Brother's always watching. So Ted, dead, 81. Also last week, Andy. This is bullshit as far as I'm concerned, but as you all know, the war in Ukraine. Ukraine has announced their spring offensive. Is it offense or offense? With the ponder, I think offense is basically they're doing pretty good. Basically, they're taking territory back, and they pissed Putin and the Russians off to the extent that the destruction of the, what is it, Kakhovka Dam in the Ukraine by the Russians was last week was a fast moving disaster, and it is swiftly evolving into a environmental catastrophe. A dam that held a body of water about the big as the Great Salt Lake was just released on the countryside. All the irrigation was destroyed. You can see the damage from outer space. 1 million people or more displaced, food crops ruined, animals, millions of people. All the while, Russian troops are targeting the women, the children, and the animals that they're trying to farm animals, livestock. That's who they're targeting. Putin also announced last week that in the next 30 days, he will move tactical nukes into Belarus in response to Ukraine's, basically Ukraine's starting to kick their ass. They were kicking their ass all along. Genocide in Russia. No one in America cares. Nobody, I talk to people. It's like, oh, so what? What's going on in Russia? So what? They're killing dogs and children. Flooding millions of acres. Disease, famine, concentration camps. God, I thank God for my parents, the greatest generation. A bunch of wusses now. So, Andy, with the Belarus news, do you think we should reinstitute our duck and cover drills? If you all remember, we used to have our duck and cover drills trained here because we all learned in grade school, if you're my age, that if you duck underneath your school desk, you're safe from tornadoes, hurricanes, nuclear disasters, and whatever. Andy, they do it now so they're safe from school shootings. Sad world we live in. Hey, man. So, yeah, we got to institute our duck and cover drills because Putin's going crazy and moving nukes into Belarus. So, if you remember, people in New York go inside, go into the closet, stay there until further notice. Everybody else, get under your desk or other stable object and duck and cover. Andy, did you get me stuff? You did. What is today? Today's June 12th. Today is National Jerky Day. Are you serious? Okay. And it's National Peanut Butter Cookie Day. Hell, that would be good together, I think. You could get some jerky, eat peanut butter cookie. I think it would be good, Andy. I don't know. All right, Andy's giving me the roll around time, telling me I got to get out of here. So, yesterday was Father's Day. Today's Monday. Tomorrow will be the arraignment for Donald Trump. It's National Jerky Day. National Peanut Butter Day. Hey, remember everybody, spay and neuter, okay? Kiss your dog. Adopt, don't shop. Rescue, foster. You know the drill. I say it every week. Why don't you adopt a shelter pet today? All right? Until next week. Andy, is that it? That's it. We are out of here. See you later and duck and cover. Yes, sir.